Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Halo 1 Anniversary. So we've just arrived here at the control room and we're gonna shoot ourselves some aliens, I'd say. All in a good day's work, I would say. Just what the Master Chief needs to do to unwind after a rough day at the office. Blasting aliens. That's how I solve all my problems. Alright, so we need to find the control room to Halo here. Hence why this level is called Assault on the Control Room. And we need to kill these jackals first of all. Well, we will be actually picking up some Covenant weapons in this level. And I might as well describe the general principle behind most of them. Most Covenant weapons utilize directed plasma blasts as their main method of delivering death and destruction to their enemies. The general design of plasma weapons revolves around two Forerunner plasma generator reliquary cores contained in a Sangheili designed body with Sanshum refined controls and restrictors. Most weapons feature nearly two identical sub-assemblies mounted above and below a trigger assembly, which makes the weapon resemble a claw or a pincer.
They seem to have the entire region secured.
The generators fire in sequence from the charging and accelerator poles. The main downside of these weapons is the tremendous amount of waste heat they generate, forcing the wielder to fire in short bursts.
Interesting. The weather patterns here seem natural, not artificial. I wonder if the ring's environment systems are malfunctioning, or if the designers wanted the installation to have inclement weather.
This is Fire Team Zulu requesting immediate assistance from any UNSC forces. Does anyone copy? Over.
I didn't think there were any human forces left on this part of the ring.
Cortana to Fire Team Zulu. I read you. Fire Team Zulu, this is Cortana. Hold position. We're on our way.
Roger that. Make it quick.
Alright, so Fire Team Zulu is landing down there. We're going to eventually get down there. Now, Covenant plasma weapons are generally much better at disabling the shields of an opponent. And against any unshielded opponent, the plasma bolts will melt through the armor and cause very grievous burns. So anyway, and if I remember my schooling correctly, how to educate myself, well, plasma is like another state of matter. Right, there's solid, liquid, gas, and then plasma. Oh, we got a Zealot elite there. He fell down through the hole. Well, let's see if we can get him. There is a plasma pistol I can pick up and zap him with. We missed. Have another one. Oh, we missed again. Have another one. There we go, got him. Oh, and he dropped his sword too. Not that it matters, we can't use it anyway. This pistol we are wielding is the Eos Mach pattern pistol. It was originally manufactured by Assembly Forges and later by Iru Iru Armory. It's a semi-automatic pistol firing bolts of superheated plasma from a 100-unit battery. These pistols have been used by the Sangheili for centuries before they became a part of the Covenant. The weapon was modified over the years to have more stable plasma cores. This allowed for powerful overcharge shots, which can disable an enemy's shields in one hit. It can also incapacitate them, as well as overload machinery. Being the smallest handheld weapon of the Covenant, they are commonly used by grunts and jackals. Particularly jackals to lethal effect, especially if we're playing on Legendary. Now, one interesting thing to note with the plasma pistol, it actually has the fastest melee of any weapon of the game. Notice how he's holding it, the underside of it with his left hand, and he's pulling the trigger, holding it by the handle with his right hand. So the way he melees is he just holds the weapon in his left hand and physically punches, like performs like a right hook with his dominant hand, Master Chief. So that's actually the fastest melee in the game. The plasma pistol in the right hands can be quite a game changer in a way, or at least an equalizer, right? It's Denzel Washington. There we go. Show the speed of the melee there. Punch in the face. Never mind that all the genetic and cybernetic enhancements that Master Chief has had over the years as a Spartan 2, in conjunction with his powered armor suit, makes him a nigh unstoppable force. Like a bajillion times as more powerful than the average human. Oh, he noticed me. Alright. Not after I put a overcharged plasma shot and a magnum bullet in his face. Yep, it's just Master Chief versus the Covenant here. One man against the entire Covenant forces. Yes, I've always dreamt of fighting a battle of desperate odds. Alright, I think we mopped them all up in here. Mopped the floor with them, that is. Alright, I'm trying to think. I believe it's... Is it this one where the first skull is? Yeah, so you need to grenade jump onto this platformer right here. And he died. Get a nice shot of Chief's butt there. Anyway, we did it. Like I said, I'm not very good at grenade jumping, but you need to get up on that platform and with a grenade and jump up there, and we have the Fog Skull. The Fog Skull, when activated, actually just disables the motion tracker. So that's what it does. As we'll see, most of the skulls you actually acquire throughout these games, when you activate them, they deprive you of some kind of, aid or whatever. Some strength or ammo or whatever, right? They're usually to your detriment when you activate them. Of course, there's that play style where you can literally activate every single skull and put the game on legendary, and then it really becomes fun. And there are people who try to play through the entire games like that. Alright, well, looks like we found part of Fireteam Zulu. I'm gonna pick up a rocket launcher here. I'll talk about the rocket launcher in a later mission. Let's flip the hog here. Get in! Let's go, Marines. We're Oscar Mike. Let's move out, move out. Hut, 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 hut. Go, got him. Shoot him. And that's what happens when a jackal hits you with an overpowered plasma pistol shot. It disables your shields, even if you are in the middle of a vehicle. Vehicles do not matter. That's Marine. Stop shooting me, shoot the jackal. Yeah, that's right. As Nathaniel Fick, a retired Marine officer, once said, or once wrote, every Marine thinks he's the toughest guy in the room. Yes, reference his memoir, One Bullet Away. And if you prefer the companion novel written by Evan Wright, Generation Kill. It's about the invasion of Iraq by the 1st Marine Recon. Alright, what we have here is a Scorpion tank. This is Archeron Security's M808 series Scorpion main battle tank. It's the main heavy armored vehicle of the UNSC and has been in service for many years due to its simplicity, affordability, and versatility. The primary armament of the Scorpion is a 90mm M512 smoothbore gun used mainly in the anti-tank and anti-fortification role. The version we are driving is the M808 Bravo, which does not mount a 7.62mm M247T machine gun turret that the later Charlie version would have. Instead, the Bravo variant has a coaxial M231 medium machine gun. The tank itself has a length of 33.1 feet, a width of 25.1 feet, and a height of 14.5 feet. It also weighs 66 tons, so roughly the weight of, like, a modern M1 Abrams. Unfortunately, the gun is not super duper accurate, but we managed to get that turret right there. There is a Wraith mortar tank up on that ridge there. I'm waiting to see if he pops out so I can blast him with my 90mm smoothbore gun. For those who don't know, there are generally two types of main guns, rifled and smoothbore. Rifled is much like, say, a rifle or a pistol. It has grooves in the inside of the barrel that will engage with the projectile going down it and impart a spin, which generally makes it more accurate. In contrast, a smoothbore weapon does not have the grooves inside of it, therefore the projectile will not spin as it goes down and exits the barrel. The reason of having a smoothbore gun is generally to make the projectile faster. Although rifled projectiles are generally more accurate, so one trade-off for another. Somewhat less accurate but faster and harder hitting versus more accurate but not quite as fast. There is a grunt. There he is. There is no longer a grunt. Now we gotta clear out that bridge there. Alright, I'm gonna jump out. We have another skull right down here. Just jump down on this this thing. I almost missed that jump. Voila, we have the malfunction skull, and there's actually a ladder right here. How convenient. So the malfunction skull makes it so that every time you respawn, a different element of your HUD will be disabled. So maybe it'll be the motion tracker, maybe it'll be your health bar, or your shield, or whatever, you know. Alright, I think we can start proceeding across the bridge. Hopefully this bridge is capable of supporting the weight of a 66-ton armored vehicle. I mean, never mind that portions of it are actually made out of glass. But you can't break the glass on the deck of the bridge, though. So don't worry. Alright, let's open this door and proceed on through. Alright, we've now come to the part of the mission known as Rolling Thunder. Obviously a reference to our mighty main battle tank as it rolls along, dealing death, destruction, and pain to our hapless foes. Of course, to anyone familiar with the Vietnam War, Operation Rolling Thunder was a big, huge series of airstrikes conducted by the Air Force. Take out enemy installations and SAM sites and all that. That's what they did. So a Spirit dropship right there just deployed some ghosts, or a ghost anyway, which is gone. We shall encounter the spirit of the ghost in the afterlife, maybe. Of course, if anyone is more curious, there are some very excellent YouTube channels that cover a whole bunch of the Halo lore and review the Halo games and their missions and all that. One is Ben Plays Games, another good one is Installation 0, or Installation 00. That is 2 zeros, rather than spelling it out. Oh, I'm sure it did. Damn straight. Put the fear of God in them. These aliens need Jesus. Alright, there is nothing really in this particular structure that we are in, but I'm just curious to see what it looks like, you know, in the Anniversary Edition. It's actually a very large, very tall tower. Although you cannot get to the very top level, at least not in this mission. Oh well, at least not right now anyway. Alright, Marines, come on. Hop back on the tank. Now I should mention that these Covenant tanks that were blowing up, they're shooting big old plasma balls at us, is known as a Moose pattern mortar tank, or commonly known as a Wraith. These are manufactured by Lodem Armory. It's the most common heavy armor ground vehicle of the fleet of Particular Justice. Normally it has one pilot operating the controls as well as the rear-mounted heavy plasma mortar. The Wraith itself is 28.6 feet long, 30.4 feet wide, and 12.3 feet tall. It has a weight of 52 tons. Wraiths themselves are actually highly configurable, but the Moose pattern is the most vulnerable to enemy infantry on the side and rear flanks. Some versions of the Wraith do feature automatic medium plasma cannons on the sides for close-in defense, but these particular Wraiths that we're fighting do not have, or at the very least do not use them. They will make more of an appearance in Halo 2.
I thought the Covenant had eliminated all the Marine forces in this area.
Ooh, I fail at driving tanks.
Dropship! Covenant dropship inbound!
Alright, let's take him out. The The Covenant decided to try something tactical for once. Try and pull up on our rear flank. Actually, our snipers are putting in the work there. The snowy, chilly climes of Halo. We have an active camo up here. I'm gonna grab this one.
Whoa, sir, the Covenant are dug in up in those rocks. They got us pinned down here.
We need to get up this ridge.
Marines, hold your positions. We'll handle those guns.
Master Chief, scale the ridge and get below those stationary guns.
I'm in no hurry for a heroic charge on those guns, Cortana. Holding position.
You're in no hurry for a heroic charge. What kind of Marine are you? Apparently one that thinks, I guess. Uses his brain, huh? That's not what we pay the Marines for. Alright, we have a Banshee here. Let's see if it comes after me. There we go, got it with our rocket.
Got it.
I'll talk about the Banshees in a later mission as well. There should be an elite that comes out of this door. Oh, there's two of them. That's right.
Cortana to Fire Team Zulu. I've sent a distress call tagged with your current position. Hold your position and await evac. The Master Chief and I are going to continue on ahead.
Roger. Okay, people. Evac bird's on its way.
Alright, and as you can see, we are now at the bottom of those two bridges that we crossed earlier. Let's ditch our rocket launcher. We will not need it in such confined areas. I mean, is this Halo or are we playing Doom or something? Actually, there is a funny video on YouTube of, like, you know, the Doom Slayer versus Master Chief, who would win, you know, those kind of versus videos. Personally, I've never been much of a Doom fan. I've played a couple of them, as well as, you know, Doom 3, I think, is actually the last Doom game I played. I never have played the 2016 version or the Doom Eternal. In some ways I want to, but at the same time I've just never been much of a Doom fan. Which is odd because, you know, I'm playing Halo, but... And Halo in many ways has been somewhat compared to Doom. Because, like, at its core, really what Halo is, especially in the later half of the game, is basically a corridor crawler. You just run around hallways and blast stuff. Although unlike in Doom, it actually has a story to Halo. Or at least it has more of a story than Doom does. And that's right, because in Halo we're fighting aliens, not demons. Our demons are different. Go have a grenade. I can't get that needler ammo. Blasted. You look like you can use some blamite. For a limited time only, Master Chief is dispensing blamite. You can get exploded by the UNSC personnel. Ooh, try to be sneaky, huh? I must say, I'm not really a fan of the look of the needles themselves in the Needler in the Anniversary Edition. I much prefer the look of them in the original Halo Combat Evolved. I think the needles in the Anniversary Edition look a little bit flat. It's a good thing you can't break the glass on these bridges here. Actually, I was mistaken earlier when I previously said we crossed these bridges. We have not. We are actually crossing them right now. Down below us is where we went in to the cliffside. And we took an elevator up, and now we're at the bridges. Oh, he thinks he can out-needle me, huh? The unfortunate thing is that the needles bounce right off the Jackal's shields. Alright, well I think we have... Oh no, not quite. There we go. This room has been pacified. Alright, I'm gonna switch it out for a plasma rifle. This is actually the Ocarda Fa pattern plasma rifle, made by Iru Iru Armory. This weapon has been a staple of Sangheili culture for hundreds of years. Essentially, it fires a stronger plasma bolt and in full automatic fire when compared to the plasma pistol, although with a careful trigger finger you can actually fire the plasma rifle in semi-automatic. Other than that, it fires in fully semi-automatic. While tens of thousands of plasma rifles are stored in Covenant armories, many have found their way into the hands of mercenaries, militiamen, and pirates over the years. That being said, the plasma rifles are always seen in the hands of elites, and it's a weapon generally of the officer corps. So basically you'll see elites carrying plasma rifles, needlers, and the high-ranking ones will have energy swords. As well as the special ops ones, the invisible dudes. He's gonna make me come up there and teach him a lesson. I'll take that, thank you. Alright, I believe we are on the other bridge. So we crossed over that one to the right, and we just basically turned around, and we're now back here. Have a grenade. Have some. And we got some bloody hunters on the other bridge now. They are most difficult to hit if they do not expose their fleshy orange weakness. Where did that jackal go? There he is. Shoot him! Unlike the plasma pistol, when you melee with the plasma rifle, he just whacks you upside the head with it. Must be kind of heavy, I'm guessing. And sturdy, not to mention. Alright, we have a couple of hunters in here. I'm just thinking back to the days when I played the original Combat Evolved. Not recently for this channel, but when I was younger, you know, like 20 years ago. I guess this level, because it's snowy, it always reminded me when I first played the game, because I got the game like for Christmas or something. And so naturally, it tends to be rather cold here in the winter in the northern hemisphere, and at least where I live anyway, and naturally the snow, and you know, it all just makes me think about winter and Christmas and all that, and January and all that, yeah. See, the snow is very apropos, right? We have to fight in a snowy level during winter time.
Subtle. The entrance to the control center is at the top of that pyramid structure. Bring me up there and I should be able to get us inside.
Alright, well, we got the Banshee this time. Makes things a lot easier. Let's take out all the opposition here. And don't worry, the mortar tank, the Wraith down there, cannot really hit you because the plasma mortar it fires travels in an arc. It cannot really fire straight up. And it's not really an anti-air platform either. There we go, we got it. There is a ghost down there. There we go, got him. Alright, we'll disembark right here. Because the terminal for the mission is down here. After we kill this elite. It is right there. Let us watch, shall we?
been 26 hours since the Sentients landed in Sector 1215, and so far, they have not attempted to exit the remains of their vessel. I say remains because their landing was either not executed adequately, or this vessel lacks significant maneuvering capability. The visible portions of the vessel have suffered catastrophic structural damage during the violent landing experience. I have detected atmospheric leaks in 17 distinct locations along the hull. My analysis shows that the mixture of gases coming from the ship matches the natural atmosphere on my installation almost exactly. Perhaps the occupants, if they're still there, were originally cataloged here. Perhaps these beings will confirm that the plan was successful, and that the galaxy has returned to its proper cadence. I am beyond optimistic. But I do not understand why these sentients have not attempted to exit their vessel. Other than the leaking atmosphere, the only thing emanating from this wreckage is an automated distress call. I am currently translating this automated broadcast, but with such a limited dataset and no direct communication, I do not anticipate full comprehension. Given the short-range nature of this craft, it is likely that other vessels are nearby. But, in accordance with procedure, I am blocking the distress call. No communication of the location of any installation is permissible. I admit great curiosity about these visitors. While the plan is quite clear about procedure for this situation, I have my doubts. How many failure points can the plan sustain before blind adherence becomes counterproductive? Surely, in light of all that has changed, I should be able to modify my responses to adapt to it. No, I have duties. And I have a terrible cargo here. I must be sure. I shall obey and content myself to monitor. I hope they come out soon, though. So many questions to ask. So many questions.
Alright, well that was the terminal cutscene for this one. It's never explained exactly what kind of vessel that is that crashed on the Halo. It's not human, it's not the Pillar of Autumn, and it doesn't really look like Covenant, although it bears some similarities to their design philosophy. In fact, if you ask me, it actually looks like a Reaper from the Mass Effect series. Could it be that the Reapers crash landed here and they're coming back into the galaxy, they're gonna kill all life? Alright, I'm gonna head back up here and of course grab the hidden musical cue. I want to actually just see if it's still here. I believe it is. The music track from Myth. Put it in here as an Easter egg because Bungie was the original developer of Myth. And yes, of course, it still is. And no, it has not changed. Alright, we'll get rid of him. Now we will just open up the door and kill all the rest of the enemies. You're gonna have some grenades. Alright, we'll just fly her in there and take out these last two elites. And there we go. Alright, let's find out what this Halo thing is.
Scanning. Covenant forces in the vicinity have been eliminated. Let's move on to Halo's control center. This is it, Halo's control center. that terminal. Try there.
You all right?
Never been better. You can't imagine the wealth of information. The knowledge, so much, so fast. It's glorious.
So, what sort of weapon is it?
What are you talking about?
Let's stay focused. Halo, how do we use it against the Covenant?
This ring isn't a cudgel, you barbarian. It's something else. Something much more important. The Covenant were right. This ring... it's Forerunner. Give me a second to access. Yes, the Forerunner built this place, what they called a fortress world, in order to... Wait. No, that can't be. Oh, those Covenant fools. They must have known. There must have been signs.
Slow down. You're losing me.
The Covenant found something. Buried in this ring. Something horrible. And now, they're afraid.
Something buried? Where?
The Captain. We've got to stop the Captain.
Keys? What
The
are
weapons cache he's looking for. It's not really... We can't let him get inside.
I don't understand.
There's no time. Get out of here, find keys, stop him. Before it's too late!